Avatar: The Last Airbender is undoubtedly the best show of my childhood and many others, and I still watch it to this day. So I decided, why not move the world of Avatar into my Minecraft world? Seems manageable, right? I'm gonna keep this very simple, mainly because the idea is pretty straightforward. First, we'll collect all the terrain blocks, which pretty much is just going to be grass blocks. Then we'll take them and throw them into the ocean. After that, we'll build some locations from Avatar in Minecraft, and then lastly, I will master all the elements in vanilla Minecraft. But we should also plant some vegetation on top so we don't just have an empty canvas of land. Guys have made the joke of my fingers falling off because of the grind, but I genuinely feel like my shoulder is going to dislocate itself. It hurts so much. Anyway, we're finally done. I put down a pinpoint at the locations of all the grass blocks we collected, and as you can see, it's quite a chaotic mess. By the way, I believe we began mining grass something like 50 days ago. I don't know. If I remember, I'll edit the clip of when I started, look at the day counter, and do the math. Anyway, let's collect these shulker boxes real quick. Alright, the schematic is standing ready in place in a huge ocean and is not too far away from the rest of the builds. We have like 90% of the materials already because it's mostly grass everywhere. Even the Fire Nation is grass mostly, surprisingly. But of course we need more than just grass, such as dirt, stone, sand, and not to forget mentioning ice for the water tribes. Let's begin with the dirt and let's go to the best place to collect dirt, my temporary base. I really am waiting for the day this place becomes nostalgic because until now, not a single video has passed without me giving this place a visit. I just want to forget about this place and never return so I can come back in the far future and get a teary eye because this is where it all started. Anyway. I'm not gonna lie, this is taking way too long. For those that forgot, this place used to be a forest. This is what it looked like, and this is after humanity. And I'm going to have to destroy it even further because I need stone and andesite. Now we need to collect the ice and the snow for the water tribes, and there is this little ice biome that corrupted its way into our world, so we might as well use that. Before we summon the world of Avatar into ours, we will have to collect a few materials such as sand that I'm collecting right now. I'm not going to tell you why we're collecting sand, nor will I tell you about the other items because it would kind of spoil the fun. Alright, we're finally done. Transporting the items over here was quite a challenge, but we made it. I will use the little energy that is left inside of me to build one location/nation today, which is a location where the magnificent story unfolded. This nation is the Southern Water Tribe where a guy was basically telling her sister, men good at fishing, woman bad at fishing. Then the sister started screaming, how dare you say that in 2024? And then the avatar kind of just plopped from under the ice. And what the avatar is basically a bald kid with glowing eyes. That's pretty much how the show began for those who haven't watched it, but anyway, we're done here. Now for the remaining part of the world, I will go chronologically from which nations they visited. Alright, that's it. I built all the islands. It looks so sick on the map, it's literally a replica. You might have noticed we are only a couple of minutes into the video, and that is because 95% of this island was dirt and grass, which, you know, would have been like watching paint dry. But don't worry, we still have a lot to do. Though I'm wondering something. It's a question for you actually. Are you subscribed already? If so, then you are in our minecart zooming to 100,000 subscribers. That is the goal for this year, and your finger or mouse can make a difference of when we will hit this goal. So if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button to help us reach the next destination. Great, I got my answer, I hope. Now we can continue. First, I'll tell you why I was collecting sand. I actually built a desert where the lost library is located and where the gang got stranded. But then there is something more cool that I built, and if I had shown you the materials, you would have guessed it. Look at this. Its wow factor isn't all that mind-blowing, but I still think it's cool. Plus, it was a pain to build. You might have noticed that this world looks quite bland, which is why I was thinking to bring it more to life with vegetation. There are specific forests of different types, so let's go and collect all of the items. We can't plant a forest without birch trees, we all know that. I completely forgot I had that mod, but let's also obviously collect some oak. We have something here that just looks stunning. I love how this place looks like it was naturally generated in Minecraft. It's definitely the vibe I was going for. The reason why we are up here is because we're gonna start the last chapter of this video. Each nation will have its own build, and for the water nation, we need to terraform the South Pole. We're just gonna dig a giant hole and then make the hill steeper. So the picture you see at the bottom left of the screen is what we're going to build. It is the Southern Water Tribe, of course, because there is nothing else on this part of the world. And first we're going to build that big igloo, which is the focal point of the village. Alright, that was pretty simple, which will not be the case for the tents because I don't really know how to tackle this. Okay, I went and grabbed some orange materials for the fabric, and the rest will be spruce wood because I thought it had a good contrast with it. Alright, and now we just need to do that 5 more times. We have finished the Water Tribe, finally. This actually took a while, but I'm glad by the way it turned out. And it's lore accurate too, we even got Sokka's watchtower. But now we're going to move on to the Southern Air Temple. As you can see, I am breaking down the tower. Well, that's because I built this thing like 5 times, but just wasn't satisfied with it. But this time I was. I made it thinner, and it just looked so much better in my opinion. Then I gave it some nice walls on the inside. Oh, and did I say that I was satisfied? Well, I lied. I realized it looked horrible, moved it back instead, and added windows and an extra building. Then I made the roof and I went with a cool gradient that makes it look like the locations the sun shines the most upon are faded. Moving on to the Earth Kingdom, we have a few options to choose from to build. There's a Mashu and Bossing Say, but I know the perfect spot for a fitting build.
The library!
lastly, the Fire Nation. I was planning on building Roku's temple, or maybe the place Zuko and Azula had their final duel, but honestly, I had something different in mind. So I actually said I was going to quit YouTube for a short while. See, many people don't realize, but small creators like me spend a lot of time into these videos like others do, but for us it doesn't pay the bills. And so I had to focus on work a little more because YouTube was draining my time. Anyways, this got me to decide to keep things short but add my new interest into this world. I recently got into taking care of bonsai trees, and here is a juniper I created, so I thought I could build one for the Fire Nation and light it on fire like the tree in Zhangzhang's shed.
You will teach the Avatar firebending.
And would you look at that, it actually looks very good. Now before ending the video here, I actually wanted to do one last thing. I want to master all the elements. And I already have fire in my blade, water in my trident, and earth in, well, I'll show you in the end. But I've updated to 1.21 because there now is a weapon that allows me to use air. But to master it, I need to go through trials. Serious? Oh my god, I got trash again. Oh come on. Oh come on, dude. What the fuck is that? Oh my god, I finally got it! I'm going home. How do we make a mace? Oh, haha, look at that. We might actually need a smaller model. Okay, let's go and test it out. Oh, that's sick. Okay, it's definitely harder than it looks. How did that not work? Okay, that's enough. All that is left for this thing is getting the Windburst enchantment. This seems like a good moment to try out our new music disc as well. There's no way they found a way to make this update even worse. So not only did they make the mace impossible to obtain, not only did they make the trial chest impossible to open twice, making me explore 20 other trials and costing me hours upon hours, they also made it so the coolest enchantment of the mace is only obtainable in the impossible trial chests. And the max level you can get them in is level 1. So Mojang, you're telling me that I am required to obtain 4 of those books just so I can have my wind bursting fun? Yeah, no way. Thanks for ruining the fun, Mojang. I'm going to the scene where we end the video. Water, earth, fire, air. This was it. I hope that I was able to deliver with this project. For your information, I started this in late May, so you might consider turning your notifications on next to that subscribe button. Okay, the earth wasn't too impressive, I just used TNT. I guess I'll head to the Earth Nation to continue my training. But hey, do me a favor and put a smile on your face if I wasn't able to do that until now. And I'll see you in our next journey. I'll be on my way now. Dude, is it a cactus? Man, I was thirsty.